Welcome into another edition of the Leadership Library, hosted by CEO and author Rocky Romanella. Rocky is the author of the book Tighten the Lug Nuts, The Principles of Balanced Leadership, and has over 40 years of business experience as a prominent member of the UPS Supply Chain Solutions team, as well as the CEO of Unitech Global Services. So sit back, grab your notebook, and take a seat, and get ready for this edition of the Leadership Library.
Welcome to the Leadership Library. I'm your host, Rocky Romanella. Now, this will be an interesting episode. It's episode number 100. That's not what makes it interesting. What makes it interesting is all the coaches out there. I'd be curious to get your take on this episode. Now, of course, I have my son sitting across from me, my audio producer, who's a baseball coach. I have my son, who works for ADP, who was a hockey coach. I got my daughter, who's an elementary ed special ed teacher, who's also a cheerleading coach. I have my other daughter, who I'd say is a coach. She's a TV producer, so she's coaching the talent. So here's today's episode, Outcoaching the Coach. I got to tell you what drives me crazy when I watch sports. The coaches that outcoach themselves. They got a great game plan, and now they start outcoaching themselves. They start thinking, you know what, I'm going to do this because I think the other guy will never think I'm going to do that. And then I do it, and then I sabotage myself. Don't outthink yourself as a coach. The players play the game. The people in your care and your organization execute the plan. You outcoach yourself when you start to think that you're the person playing in the game. You're more important than the players on the field. You got the idea that everyone, you got the better idea than everyone else. And you watch these sporting events and you just scratch your head. You're like, why would you do that? Look, this is sometime in April or May, whenever this comes out. I was watching preseason or whatever else. And, if you're watching a football game, you realize that, play action is the best thing that can help you as a quarterback, right? Instead, you do an empty backfield. So what does that mean? You just took away your play action, right? So now it's 3rd and 1, and everybody knows you're going to do what? Pass the ball unless the quarter. Like, why would you do that? You just outthought yourself. You got more people in motion, and the next thing you know is you got a procedure penalty. That's out coaching yourself. I think we do that all the time in business. We outcoach ourselves, right? We think too deeply. We got too many ideas going on. We try too many different things. Keep it simple. Put your people in the best chance to be successful, and don't outcoach yourself. If you've got a great organization that does great things, if your best product on the shelf is this, don't decide to come up with a different product because that's the best product, so you're going to confuse them with a new product. No. Make them beat you first before you change everything. And I think that's the problem. We outcoach ourselves. So don't outcoach yourself. Believe in your coaches. Believe in your team. Believe in the people in your care inside your organization. And have faith and confidence, have enough confidence in yourself that you put together a good game plan and you're going to execute the game plan. I'm not saying at halftime you shouldn't make adjustments. I'm not saying when you get to the line of scrimmage and you call this play, you have to change it. Don't misunderstand me. What I'm saying is you think so deeply and change so many things that you, in your head, you're the only one that's not confused. Everybody else is completely confused from what they thought you were going to do. So don't outcoach yourself. The way you have faith in your people is by having faith in yourself and faith in what you've designed and what you all agreed to do. Don't outcoach yourself. Will be interesting to see the feedback I get from the rest of my family and all of you out there. Don't outcoach yourself. Thank you for being part of the Leadership Library podcast. That ends season 6. And we're going to begin working on season 7 shortly. Thank you all very much for being part of the Leadership Library family.